before we get started, I want to remind everybody, if you notice, it looks a little different up here. We have new microphones. Those new microphones are super sensitive. The other night, we had our first meeting at the Board of Adjustments meeting, and there was a little bit of a ring. We have them in the back. They're there to kind of catch us if it happens again. We're trying to work out the kinks. But please remember that even though the microphones are 5 feet above our head, if Terry were to whisper in the back, it's going to pick them up. So if there's something you don't want heard, no pressure, Terry. But also, if you're in the hallway, we need you to stay quiet because it does pick that up. So the idea is that the microphones are sensitive so that we can hear better, get better quality. So please, we ask, just keep it quiet in the audience. Council members, everything is heard, so that goes for you too. It'll also pick up the vibration of your cell phone on the counter, and it's kind of loud. You'll also notice that we have 2 new cameras that are in, and those are pretty high definition cameras, and that is the larger portion, or the other portion of our Google grant that we got to improve the technology for our meetings. So before we started, I wanted to go ahead and remind everybody to be sensitive to the sensitivity of our new microphones, okay? And if you have any issues with it, let us know after the meeting. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. I have asked Councilman Malord to lead us in the prayer and pledge. Oh, and Councilman, step back when you do that. Okay. Sorry, we'll get used to it.
Yeah, no problem. Gracious Father, we thank you for this night and this day you've given us. Help us to conduct ourselves well, and help us to also do the business for the city that is honoring to you. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Malord. All right. Go ahead and have roll call, please.
Terry Lamar.
Here.
Troy Shropshire.
Here.
Lori Bradshaw. Here. Travis Malone.
Here.
Randy Chitwood.
Here.
Charles Trammell.
Here.
Chris Dumpier.
Here.
Bruce Smith.
Here.
All right, thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody in the audience as well. Number 2, I do not believe we have any petitions from the audience, none that I've been made aware of. We'll move on to our department head reports. Johnny Jensen.
Well, we finally finished up with our FEMA negotiations for the June 14th storm from last year. It took about 3 months longer than it should have, but they was a little short-handed. I signed off on all the totals today. The total for the city's part, MUB gets their own, but for the city's part was $79,678, some change. FEMA pays 75% of that, which is right at $60,000, and then the state will eventually pay their part, which is about $10,000, and then the city is responsible for $10,000. FEMA usually gets theirs done pretty quick. You'll probably see it in 6 to 8 weeks, something like that, and then the state will come sometime in the next couple of years, probably, depending on what kind of finances they have available. But it's all done. It's been sent to finance. We're just waiting on the money now.
Thank you.
Any questions?
All right. Chief Young, is he out there? Apparently not. All right. Golf? Yes.
Good evening, everyone. March was just a very busy month for the golf course. So last year I thought we had a good month. A year ago, and this March we doubled it. It's just crazy. So very, very busy. I'm excited to see. I mean, there's sometimes we'll have 75 kids out there. So a lot of young people playing golf, a lot of families. So other than trying to get staffed up for that, it's been a very good deal. So got all of our equipment ready, I think, to start mowing with. You know, the grass is starting to grow, so we have to start doing a lot of mowing. Our tournament calendar is very full this year. We just hosted the not Brown and Brown, but the Wagner Special Olympics Saturday. So that tournament went really good. It was filled up. They probably made over $10,000 on that event. So for their Special Olympics, of course, we'll be hosting the Brown and Brown Special Olympics tournament here on April 18th or 19th, something like that. So got places for anybody wants to play and participate in that. We got plenty of spots so far, but hopefully it'll fill up too. So we have a whole tournament list. I'll be sending out to you of all of our tournaments for the year. That way you can stay up to date on what's happening. So the new truck's very nice, so it's really helpful. So we really appreciate that. That's about all I have. Any other questions for the golf course? Thank you.
Mr. Terry Raritt from the library.
Hello. Our numbers for March were not quite as impressive as our numbers for February, so I'm glad that all the people who were at the library in February went to the golf course. So, well done. We are, if you have been at the library recently, you'll notice that our main door is no longer functional. We've got some people, Gary's having a hard time getting people to come out and bid that door and to replace it. It's gonna have to be completely replaced. But we do have an appointment on Thursday, and hopefully we'll get some good bids and get it replaced real quick, because we miss having our main door. In other news, we have an escape room right now happening. It's this week, Monday through Friday, and next week, Monday through Friday. If you haven't done an escape room, basically it's a room-sized puzzle. So you go in and you have tasks and puzzles to solve, and this one is a fairy tale theme, and you have to find the name of our fairy tale person in order to save the happily ever after. So it's super fun. It's very challenging. I recommend that you take some people that you communicate very well with when you go. But if you want to do that, you can call and make your reservation to do the escape room. And then our author roundup is coming up on April 18th from 5:30 to 7:30. It'll coincide with the downtown spring carnival. So we're hoping to have some good foot traffic for that. We have 15 authors as of today who are coming to that, but I know of at least 2 more that their paperwork is in process. So it's a fundraiser for the Friends of the Library group, and they help support the library with programming and supplies and that kind of thing. And then we're also getting ready for summer reading, which is going to be here before we know it. So do you guys have any questions for me? All right, thanks.
Oh, thank you. Parks and Cemetery, Mr. Frank.
Been really busy. Started up the mowing. The big thing this month is we started getting the cemetery ready for Memorial Day. And as of right now, with not having extra kids to help, it's going to be just all on the full timer. So hopefully the weather, cuts us a break. So busy with that. It's looking good right now. And I've just been getting hit hard at the park, homeless and in the bathrooms. It's that time of year, I guess. I actually had the guys that this morning they was telling me they was, doing their trash run, and the big cardboard box was there by the dumpster. And so they was in the gator, and so they was actually going to drive over to crush it, and right up to it, and all of a sudden they seen 2 legs sticking out. There was almost, they about run over.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's hiding behind the dumpster where the trash is in the cardboard box.
Tell them thank you for having better
Yeah,
judgment.
yeah. Then kids set fire in the bathrooms over the weekend. It's just that time of year it happens. But moving along on the skate park, gotten several pours in on it, and still talking with the company. Basically, as soon as we do the last pour, I get with them, and because they were running behind also on their installation. And so they said it's actually working out, and as soon as we do our last pour, I get with them, because then they want to allow a cure time of so long. So everything's underway, going good. Other than that,
All right. Thank you. Captain Trammell. Police?
All right, so I'll try to make this pretty quick for you. Jeremy couldn't make it this evening. As normal, the officers, dispatchment, everybody's been busy. But between the numerous calls, they've still managed to make 760 traffic stops, write 173 citations for the month, make 28 arrests, and respond to 30 accidents, 10 of which were major accidents, meaning they involved injuries. Even had another one today, but that'll be on next month's. But so, if you have questions or anything for us, like I said, I was gonna make this quick. Let Becky speak about animal control and what's going on out there at the shelter, because there's some good things Jill have approved that we're moving forward with out there as well.
Like Captain said, there's big things happening. We're getting a new set of cabinets, which is amazing because ours has looked pretty rough for a while. New countertop should be measured tomorrow, hopefully. Also talked to the guys today about the new kennels outside. So they should be starting to move forward with that as well. That has been 6 years in the working, so pretty excited about that. I know the lawn mowing has been a hot topic. Thank you for mowing our yard.
It's my pleasure. I know I did it really fast.
We do have Mario that can get out there and get it done in a hurry, so. So yes, the mayor did come out and mow the lawn for us last week, or I believe it was last week, but whatever it was, but it was much appreciated. That gets us some time to work on other projects, so.
Needed to be done.
So we appreciate that, so.
Anybody have any questions for me?
The wreck today was Carbide Road, correct?
Correct,
Okay.
20 in carbide, one injury in it. Hopefully everything they checked said she was gonna be okay, but
I guess this is more just general statement on that. And, you know, Terry, I don't know if you'd like to make a plug in the paper, but we really need to encourage our friends and families to slow down and stop at that intersection. You know, we see too many people hurt and injured. You know, if you live in that area, Travis, Lori, myself, we hear the helicopters way too much, and a lot of it goes straight to that intersection. So, you know, different municipalities, Salina, Highway Patrol, Cherokee, the talks are out there on how we can improve that. But the best thing is stop at the stop sign and go when it's clear. Don't try to just trust bad judgment. You know, we don't need to see anybody else hurt. We've had a lot of tragedy on our roadways this last month, and it's, you know, I'd like to encourage everybody to tell their friends, their family, their loved ones, slow down and pay attention. Fair?
yeah, correct, be attentive, because one of our accidents, the major last week, was a fatality accident, so.
All right, thank you, guys. Mr. Moore, Rec Center.
Good evening. Well, it's pretty much business as usual. We've got a few things going on and things that have happened. And the HVAC hasn't gone away, but I'm gonna save that for the last tonight. We did implement our new software package, last month. So, or February, middle of February, we got that going. So that's going well. The staff seems to really like that. So we're happy with that. School year is getting ready to come to a close, so we'll start hosting. Last year we had about a half a dozen elementary schools came and used our pool. I know had a cardboard boat race last year, so they're planning on doing that, I know. You know, we continue to host GRDA training in the pool over spring break. In the pool we had some good attendance on the, we had 2 of the days, we had 89 and 96 day passes for the pool, and that's in addition to any members that might have been there. So we had good traffic there. Lifeguards, still need lifeguards, so we're going to be giving some training if anybody wants to participate in that. Volleyball skills camp, we're going to do that in June, something kind of new. Feel like with the fact that it's new in the high school level around here, that we can maybe offer some opportunity for some kids to hone their skills and build some interest in that. So we'll do that through the month of June. Financially, you know, budget-wise, we're doing pretty well. Of course, the HVAC kind of puts a dent in that, but through 6 months, we were $42,000 net revenue to the good. Then we dipped a little bit on the cash flow when we had to pay some of those HVAC bills. but we're still 11% ahead, on expenditures versus what our budget is, so we feel pretty good. But once we realized we needed, some money for the HVAC, we started holding back on some things, so, we're hoping to get that paid without having to dip into our reserve. We do have the 3 units that we approved back in the fall got installed, and then the air vent system in the pool, chemical room is installed, so we're good there. But the next big ticket item is gonna be, looks like, we've been evaluating things, but it looks like we're gonna have to replace one of the units over the pool. And those are the largest, there's two 40-ton units there. We've had them evaluated over the last few months, thinking we can get by with a 50-ton unit. But it'll be upwards of $300,000 to get that done. And it's a little unusual type unit because it's in the chlorine air, so it has lots of stainless steel, polymer coated parts and those kind of things. So it's it's a little unique in that respect. But we're looking at that would be our next big expenditure. And anyway, that's kind of the down and dirty short order. Any questions? All right, thanks.
Thank you. Buddy Glenn, Street Department.
It sounds like everybody's been having some pretty good fun at the library and everything else, and I kind of feel bad because I just make my guys work, so that's just. But no, we've been down there on Spruce Court. We still got a few more pours that we need to do down there on some street repair, but we had to pull off to get another couple of places we got out there on 49th Street. Was driving down that Sunday after church and hit a big old hole out there, but like I said, nobody called in on it. But they went out there and they got it sawed out today, and we're going to start digging it out. Then there on Southeast Fish Street there by Sonic, we've got that sawed out today. That's going to be our next on after 49th Street to get that one fixed. We're down on Main Street today. I don't know if everybody knows, we're trying to grind some of them humps off. So the State Department said if we wanted them off, it was our responsibility to do it. So we're trying to get what we can. They're a lot smoother. They're not totally out because of the concrete, how it sits up underneath on the base repair. It's just eventually, if we have to, I guess we'll have to try to dig them out ourselves and then come back and put asphalt in them. But we're trying to get that smooth. We finished that little drainage project out there off of Oakwood and by 69A out there. We had to put a pipe and had a drainage coming back from those apartments where I guess this last winter the water was running over into the street and there was 4, 5, 6 inches of ice over it. And I didn't realize that it was actually that was the city's now on that one little section. So we went out there and got that. Hopefully got that fixed, and all the water should stay in the ditch this time. Other than that, been with the equipment, getting everything unloaded for the plows and the spreaders. We got everything unloaded. We're not planning on any more snow. And but other than that, we're staying busy. We got I don't know if it's just some kids or what's going around, but we've had some theft on some of our street signs. We've had to go figure another way to anchor them down because they'll get up there and even though we all have those Loctite on them and we've had different nuts and stuff we put on, but we've had to start drilling them out and anchoring them down. It takes a little bit more to get off, and then we've had another truck or somebody been going around pushing our signs off. They're not running over them, but they're pushing them over. Had one that was completely knocked down at Northeast First and Elliott. We got temporary up there now until we can get another one stuck up. Other than that, I mean, we're staying busy down there. Warmer. We got, like I said, the alleys. We'll be mowing and spraying them here as soon as we can get around. And had one limb down from the storm that we had, so that was good. So it shows trimming over the streets is kind of working out for us. But that's about all I got. Anybody got any questions or reports on anything?
I've got one. When are the contractors supposed to come in and start finishing the alleys?
Haven't heard. I know that he said when they left earlier that they had another contractor or another job that they had to go to. So what is his name? Tony, I think it was. When I talked to him, and then he said, I mean, they would get back over as soon as they could, but I don't know. He didn't go into details about how long this other job that they was working on. But I told him I'd like for it to be done before, our new year starts, and he said it should be completed by then. That's the last time I've talked to him, so.
Mayor, do you have any updates on that?
No, it's just the same thing, even in talking with Dale, you know, they're aware that they need to come back. It's just however long this job they took us is gonna take, so, we're on them, making sure that they don't forget about it. We'll just,
Thank you.
Okay.
thank you. City Clerk, Courtney?
We've been pretty busy as always. I got February's financials closed. I don't know if I've ever been more excited about closing financials in my life. You guys couldn't tell by the email.
Yeah.
But we closed those, which for all of you that don't get the lovely email that I sent to council, we had a net revenue over expenditures, which means we had more revenue than expenditures for the month of February, and it was $119,076.17. So, biggest one since I've been in office, that's for sure. And we had some volunteers come in. Buddy's daughter actually volunteered with us for a couple of days, and then Lisa's daughter actually volunteered with us, and they were able to help us get some things done to get some projects done that we've been slacking on in our office, so that was really nice. So just wanted to give a shout out to them.
Thank you. All right, item 4, the consent agenda. Do I have any items that need to be pulled off?
Letter A.
A. All right. Any others? All right, do I have a motion to approve all except for A?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Gauthier and a second from Mr. Chitwood. When you're ready, call for the vote.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Malure,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Abstain.
Gantier,
Yes.
Smith,
Okay. Item A, approve the minutes of the March 19th, 2024 council meeting.
Motion. I abstained at the wrong time. Go.
oh.
I'm sorry, did you call the motion?
I made motion for A.
And I seconded.
Motion from Chitwood and a second from Gauthier. Discussion? If none, call for the vote.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Malure,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Abstain.
Gantier,
Yes.
Smith, Lamar,
Yes.
Item 5, Mayor's Report. Discussion and possible action to approve the mayor to sign a proclamation declaring April 2024 National Child Abuse, Prevention Month.
So motion.
Okay, I got a motion from Chitwood and a second from Gauthier.
Sure, that'll work.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and read this proclamation. National Child Abuse Prevention Month, April 2024. Whereas children are our most valuable resource, entitled to love, care, security, protection from abuse, exploitation, and neglect. And we must protect the children who will shape the future of the city of Pryor. And whereas child abuse and neglect is one of society's most serious public health problems affecting every segment of our community, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone. And whereas child abuse can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects that have lasting consequences for victims of abuse, and whereas protective factors are conditions that reduce or eliminate risk and promote the social, emotional, and developmental well-being of children, and whereas children can thrive when communities build meaningful partnerships between schools, professional health services, community and faith-based organizations, businesses, law enforcement, tribal leadership, and nonprofit organizations. And whereas prevention remains the best defense for our children and families. And whereas CASA of Northeast Oklahoma, their staff and volunteers' mission is to speak for the best interests of abused and neglected children in the district and tribal courts in Northeast Oklahoma, to promote and support quality volunteer representation for children, to provide each child with a safe, permanent, and nurturing home, and to whereas the CASA movement is central to fulfilling society's most fundamental obligation by making sure a qualified, compassionate adult will fight for and protect a child's right to be safe, to be treated with dignity and respect, and to learn and grow in the safe embrace of a loving family. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Mayor and City Council of Pryor Creek that this council, for and on behalf of the people of Pryor Creek, does hereby declare the month of April 2024 to be National Child Abuse Prevention Month in the city of Pryor Creek. Thank you. We have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilor Bradshaw and a second from Councilor Shropshire.
I think I already had that.
I thought we did too.
Yeah.
Well, we
So
did.
if there's no discussion, then we can just call for the vote.
Well, call for the vote. Let's call for the vote.
Did you say just for the reading when you did your motion?
No, we did discussion and possible action, so
Okay.
go ahead and we'll go it off that first motion.
Okay.
I apologize.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Gantier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire.
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. I also want to draw everybody's attention to, is it Sally again this year?
Silly Sally.
Silly Sally, who is sitting behind Councilman Smith over there. That is part of our fundraiser. Last year we did the fundraiser and the city of Pryor, it was a little competitive fundraiser and we won. And so this year,
Is via clothing donations.
yes, and so Sally joined us again, Silly Sally joined us again this year, so
Our joke is, her name's Silly Sally because she works at Silly Hall, aka City Hall.
there you go, Silly Hall. All right. Okay, item 6, City Attorney's Report. Second reading, discussion, and possible action to approve an ordinance regarding the annexation of the lands described on the attached public notice by the City of Pryor Creek concerning the said annexation proceedings and involving the petitioned annexation concerning 7.5911 acres situated in the southwest quarter of Section 31, Township 21, North Range 19, east of the IB&M belonging to PCO Holdings LLC, adjacent to the property developed as the district.
I'll make a motion and ask that we waive the reading.
I'll second that.
That was a tie. Are you okay if we give it to her?
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna give the motion to Mr. Shropshire to waive the reading and a second from Ms. Bradshaw.
For clarification, are you waiving the reading and doing what's on the agenda item?
Mm-hmm.
The second reading, discussion, possible action to approve it and waive the reading.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mayor, may I ask a question?
You sure can.
Would it be better just to do the second reading part independent of itself and then get into the discussion and possible action? Because some may be fine with getting the second reading through, but may want to discuss and may be opposed to something else, so rather than having to read it all. Just a thought.
Hang on, I'm reading the,
I think the motion was fine as it was done. You can still discuss it without reading the entire thing, because it's published.
okay, and we'll go ahead and discussion. Do we have our vote yet?
No, nobody's voted. We're
call
in
for it.
discussion right now.
Discussion? Discussion? Okay. If there's no discussion, we'll call for the vote.
Miller,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Gantier,
Yes?
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
That wraps up that whole item, correct?
Yes. And then we'll have to publish.
All right. We will go to our addendum at this point. We have item number 1, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution declaring the eligibility of the city of Pryor Creek to submit an application to the Oklahoma Opiate Abatement Board to fund the Pryor opiate abatement initiative in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma, and authorizing the mayor to sign this application.
Mr. Mayor, I make the motion that we approve the resolution as stated on the addendum.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay. Got a motion from Mr. Lamar to approve as stated, and a second from Mr. Chitwood. Further discussion? Okay, call for the vote.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Gantier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Malure,
Yes.
Question, what is the resolution number?
that would be really helpful. I can tell you the first part is 2024.
I was just gonna say 2024.
Are you sure?
Let me check.
Used to keep track, but I forgot where we're at.
Have we not done any resolutions this year?
I thought we did.
This might not just be updated. I'll send the email to you guys with the resolution number.
Thank you.
All right, item number 2, discussion and possible action regarding an expenditure in the amount of $3,203.82 for municipal court penalty assessment reimbursement, $1,091.20 from penalty assessments collected account 02-000-2007, $1,016.50 from forensic fees account 02-000-2008, $1,096.12 from AFIS fees account 02-000-2009.
Motion. Second.
We have a motion for Mr. Choi and a second for Mr. Chitwood. Discussion. If none, call for the vote.
Trammell,
Yes.
Gantier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Malure,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Item 7, committee reports. Budget personnel.
Be the ninth?
Okay. Item B, insurance ordinance.
It would be the 30th if we have anything to discuss.
And street maintenance.
April 23rd.
Okay. Unforeseeable business. I have one item. It's not the end of the world, but I was asked just before the meeting. As most of you can tell, I have my Whataburger cup. Today and tomorrow is training. Thursday at 11 a.m. they are open for business. So they have asked that I share that. Don't show up before Thursday at 11. It's a training day. So much awaited for that addition to our city. The projected right now revenues of that location should be a little over $2 million a year. So,
Good deal.
all right. Item 9, do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
I have a motion
Second.
from Gantier and a second from Chitwood. Call for the vote.
Gantier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Malure,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Okay, we're going to call to order the Pryor Public Works Authority. Item 2, approve the minutes of the March 19th, 2024 meeting.
So moved.
A motion from
Second.
Gantier, second from Chitwood. Call for the vote.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Malure,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Abstain.
Gantier,
Yes.
Okay, do I have a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, got a motion from Chitwood, second from Gantier. Call for the vote.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Malure,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Gantier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Adjourned.
And if you wouldn't have been honest, what is it they say? Rodeo